The boy is bad. That's all I really gotta say is that the boy is bad. What's up, YouTube? Your boy back once again with another sport topic. Today we're gonna talk some football. We're gonna talk about the NFL draft. We're gonna talk about who I feel is the number one player in the 2022 NFL draft, and that's safety at Notre Dame, Kyle Hamilton. I feel like he's the best player in this draft. We're gonna talk about. We're gonna break it down. But before we do that, like I've been telling you on the last couple of videos, the goal is to reach 5K, 5,000 subscribers. We reach 5K. I'm doing a very, very special giveaway. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. You want to be a part of it, but the only way to be a part of it is to do what? Get the channel up to 5K. That means you gotta like, share, subscribe, say it to your homeboy, your homegirl, your cousin, your next door neighbor, anybody who likes sports, anybody likes YouTube content, anybody that likes good sport YouTube content. Put them on game with the channel. Share it on all social media platforms: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, MySpace, if you still MySpace, TikTok, whatever it is, whatever type of social media platform you use, share on all those type of platforms. Also, follow me on social media. The links in the description below. Follow me on IG, Twitter. The links in the description below. We also giving away 30 days free of Amazon Prime. If you sign up for Amazon Prime, you get 30 days free. Sign it up. Like I said, the links in the description below. Y'all hit them links in the description. Y'all get this channel to 5K so we can do this very special giveaway. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. You want to be a part of it, but we got to get to 5K first. Now, let's talk about it because like I said, watching this tape and just I've been feeling like this all season long, really since I say probably around November. From November until now. November's really like when I really thought about it. Like I said, yeah, this guy's the number one guy. And then watching even more film just confirms everything that you, especially watching more film confirms everything you already believe when you've seen with your eyes that Kyle Hamilton is the best player in this draft. I know people want to talk about the Kayvon Thibodeau. I think he was the number one grade player going into the season. Then Aiden Hudson took a boom, and Evan Neal and things like that. Now Icky, he's even rising up boards. I mean, we got Sauce Gardner, you got Derek Stingley Jr. All these other players, the guys are rising up boards and things like that. I don't care. Kyle Hamilton is the best player in this draft, and you're not moving me off of that stance. No, you're not, because you talk about safety who's 6'4", 220 pounds. Let that sink out. See how big that is from a safety position. 6'4", 220 pounds from a safety position. You don't see that in the NFL. That is rare. That is rare. You don't see them. They don't come across every single year. That's completely rare. I know people talk about you don't draft safeties high because of safety. When somebody who's that damn big, you do, because those are unicorns. You don't get those guys don't grow on trees. And then not only the size, his tape and game backs it up. You can do anything that you want with this kid. You can play any type of defense with this kid. You want him to play center field safety? He can do that. You want him to load up the box and play box safety? He can do that too. You want to put him out in corner? He can even do that. He can play man. He can jam. He can play zone, cover two, whatever you want to do. He can play sub linebacker if you need him to. He can do anything you need to at either at an elite level or damn near at elite level. I don't see no holes in this game. When I mean none, zero. I see zero holes in this kid's game. This guy is unbelievable. If you don't believe me, go watch the tape against Florida State. Just that tape alone. Watch those two picks, especially the second one. When he comes from the second hash, the far hash, all the way over to catch a pick on the sideline. Let that sink in. He starts off from the far hash and catch the interception at the sideline. By the time the ball is in the air, he's at the next hash. Remember, from the NFL field is 100 yards this way, 50 yards across. So when he's on that second hash, he's probably like 20 yards, maybe 25 yards away. He's coming. That's the type of ground he covered in like that, 20 to 25 yards like that. To make a play, not to make a swat, not to make not pass interference, not a pass breakup, a game changing interception, toe tap, toe drag swag, whatever you want to call it, on the sideline, makes the play to the ground, catches the ball to the ground. Like I said, he could jam, he could play back, like center field safety, he could load up the box, whatever you need him to do, he can do. And you talking about at the size of a 6'4", 220 pounds. Now, I think he only ran. I think at the combine, he only ran like a 4.5 something, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember the exact number when he ran at the combine. And you thought maybe you would have hoped he would have ran faster because you see other guys run a little bit faster than that playing those positions. That's cool. That doesn't change nothing. That doesn't change my opinion. None iota. None. Not one so bit. This is the best player in the draft. He's a generational talent. When you see people across the board from all different type of outlets, compare him to Sean Taylor. Everybody's comparing. It's one thing if you see one or two people, but everybody I've talked to and everybody I do research on, listen to, says the exact same thing. Everybody, even people who even people with opinion who I don't even value that much, say the same thing. So when they saying it, and then they saying it, and they saying it, and then they saying it, and when you see with your own eyes, you like, damn, I see it. Like I say, if it walk like a duck and quack like a duck, it's a damn duck. The dude is that dude. Like point blank, he just is. He's the best player in the draft. And I'm a Texan fan. The Texans better take him with the third pick in the draft. If he's there at 3, he better be taken. The Texans better take him. Like you better take this guy. And because me and everybody out there on South Sports, shout out to everybody out there on South Sports, we all feel the same way that Kyle is pretty much the number 1 guy. We got a couple guys who think he might be number 2 because they like Derek Stingley, which I like Derek Stingley as well. But I don't think he's better than Kyle Hamilton, but the consensus is no one will gripe one bit if they take Kyle Hamilton with the third pick in the draft. More likely they won't take him because that's really how the type of thing that we have going on with the Texans. The guy who we clamoring for, we be beating on the table, who we want from a free agent standpoint, from a draft standpoint, from a coaching high standpoint, from a GM manager standpoint, whatever. Whenever we all on the agreement of one thing, they always end up doing the opposite. It really does. But I do see a lot of people out there saying, you can't draft no safety. Not the third pick in the draft. We got Justin Reed. We don't need a third pick. That doesn't mean a damn thing. It don't mean a damn thing. One, you need 2 safeties, and because he can do whatever you need him to do. He can play free, he can play strong. It don't matter what you need him to play. Like I say, even in some packages, he can play corner if you need him to. He can play sub linebacker, and your defense doesn't fall off. He upgrades your defense the moment he steps on the field. I think he's the only player in this draft that can upgrade your defense that much when he steps on the field as a rookie. As a rookie, he's going to be able to step on your field and change your defense like that. He's going to put you in the upper echelon just like that. He's going to raise your defensive play like that because you can do whatever it is you want to do. Like how Michael Parsons was with the Dallas Cowboys, able to change the defense. He's going to be able to do that. He can take a bad defense and make them a damn good defense just by his play alone. I don't care that you don't have a pass rush. It don't even matter. He can do it by himself. Not to say that he's going to make you a great defense by himself. Let me dial that back a little bit. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is he will make your defense at the very least respectable. If you have a trash-ass defense, he can make your defense respectable the moment he steps on the field because he's the best damn player in this draft. Period. Like he's the best player in the draft. He's the number 1 player in the draft. Period. And I'm not moving on that stance. I don't care what nobody else pro day does. I don't care what the Columbine numbers say. I don't care what the any other national pundits say. I don't care. Kyle Hamilton is the best player in this draft. I don't care. I don't care what nobody says. He's the best player in the draft. I wouldn't be surprised if he win one. I wouldn't. Jacksonville more likely would go offensive line, but I wouldn't be surprised if they go number 1. I'll be mad once. I wouldn't be mad. I would be mad because not only 1, we can't get him. 2, he's in our division. He's going to be an absolute problem. Same thing with Detroit. I wouldn't be surprised if Detroit takes him. I wouldn't be surprised at all. But if the Texans don't take him at 3, the Jets are not going to let him pass by. The only way the only way that Kyle Hamilton gets past the Texans at 3 and the Jets don't take him at 4 is if the Jets trade they pick. Like I said, if they got 2 first-round picks, if the Jets trade back because somebody wants to jump up against the quarterback. That's the only way that if the Jets not taking him with the 4th pick in the draft. And then if that's the case, whoever trades up probably would draft a quarterback, and the Giants will probably take him at 5. Like, I don't see Kyle going past 5. If Kyle Hamilton goes past 5, Like I said, it has to be. I think, one, I'll be shocked, and two, I think multiple teams will have to jump into their top 5 to try to draft a quarterback, which I don't see happening because I don't really see a quarterback that you should draft in the top in the top 20, let alone the top 5. This is just a bad quarterback class. I don't think none of these quarterbacks should go in the top 20. But hey, it is what it is. When that's a conversation for a whole nother day. I don't think none of these quarterbacks are ready for that. That's a conversation for a whole nother video. We talking about Kyle Hamilton. We talking about how he's the best player in the draft, and you can say that definitively, like, because most people at least got him graded at the very least as a top 5 player in the draft. I think the consensus across the board, I don't think anybody has Kai ranked out of the top 5. I haven't seen anything have him ranked out of the top 5. I've seen a couple have had him ranked, like 3 or 4. And like I said, now I've seen maybe 1 or 2 have him ranked 5. But the consensus is he's a top 2. The consensus he's a top 3 player because for the longest you had your Kayvon Thibodeau's and your Aiden Hutchinsons. You had them 1 and 2 for a while, and like I said, now Evan Neal has jumped up, and like I said, you've seen Icky jump up, and Sauce deserves to jump up because Sauce, he's another bad boy. Like Sauce is another one. Like Sauce is another that type of dude, but he's not Kyle Hamilton. He's not. I would love to have Sauce on the Texans, but he's not Kyle Hamilton. You don't pass this type of guy. This is one of the guys that if you do pass up, you're going to regret for the next 10 years. You'd be like, damn. If you look at NFL teams, you look at championship teams, they always have a game-changing safety. Seattle, Legion of Boom, had Cam Chancellor, and they had Earl Thomas. The Pittsburgh had Troy Polamalu. The Ravens had Ed Reed. When Colts had Peyton Manning all those years, the one year they win the Super Bowl is the year that Bob Sanders out there playing. Like teams need those type of game-changing safeties that can make game-changing plays, game-saving plays. Like how we seen Justin Reed do his rookie year, make some game-changing plays, game-saving plays. This dude gonna do this regularly, routinely. That's the type of things that he's gonna be able to do. He's gonna change your defense like that. You can't pass on this dude. He's the best player in the draft, and I don't care what nobody says. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't, comment below if you haven't, click that bell, get more videos. I holla.